Honey Spice, how did you make this video tutorial? How did you do it? Oh my God, please make a template. How did you make this? I'm a beginner. Please teach me the way. If you don't know what I'm talking about right now, and if you don't know what all these comments are talking about either, let me show you. This is the video everyone is talking about.
Walk in the party, I'm sipping on Pepsi. I'm sipping on Fanta. We getting lit, we got fans out of Atlanta. No, we got fans out of Atlanta. Come on, hit it one time. Hey, freak, she calling my line. Hey, late, you was my slime. Come on, we get caught for a dime.
All right, now let me show you how I made this video. All right, let's get into it. So, if you don't know, the original idea I seen to get this video was this video right here.
Walk in the party, I'm sipping on Pepsi. I'm sipping on Fanta. We getting lit, we got fans out of Atlanta. No, we got fans out of Atlanta. Come on, hit it one time. Hey, freak, she calling my line. Hey, late, you was my slime. Come on, we get caught for a dime. Walk in the party.
Really, it was this one, but it got deleted. But you know, you get the gist. That's what I was trying to do. Now, am I gonna remake this video so y'all can see exactly how I do it? No, I'm sorry. This took too long. But I will show y'all, okay? Okay, before I show y'all the rest of that, we need to go back a step first. First, I need to show y'all the fundamentals so we know what we're doing, okay? So let's go to our camera. Let's do right here. And then let's hit that little green screen. Nothing in my outfit is green, so green will work for this outfit. If I'm wearing a lot of green, I don't want to choose a green background because it's not going to work, okay? But let's start green backgrounds. Let's do any random dance. It doesn't matter what dance we do. Let's do the first one. Okay, Zepeto. No, let's pick a different one. Let's start it from the beginning because we need the whole thing, right? All right, done. Let's save.
So let me record it.
Oh. Okay, so we got that video. Let's just get a random background from Pinterest. All right, so now let's go to CapCut. New project. I like to just pick the video I just recorded. So it's like the same size Zepeto likes, basically, because Zepeto gave me this video in this size. So you're assuming that Zepeto's videos are this size. That's why I do it. Let's add this background. And then this, we're going to click it. And we're going to click on overlay right here. Make it an overlay. Bring it over. Delete this. We don't need that. Make this longer. And then let's just remove the background. That's going to be easier if we just get rid of this. First step, get rid of this background, okay? Now, I have Pro, so removing the background is easy for me. It might not be as easy or as smooth if you don't have it. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do, okay? I like to add a little bit of shadow and feather the edges a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's do like that much. Let's make this the right size. So I'm going to teach y'all about keynotes. Keynotes. So first, you see this button right here next to the undo button? That is a keynote. That saves the picture. It locks it in place. And it tells the software stuff what you want to do with it. So this is my starting keynote. Let's say I want her to like flip upside down. I want this girl to flip upside down and start dancing on the ceiling, right? So I move up a little bit on whatever part of the video I want it to end in that pose. And I do it and it'll automatically save the keynote. So this is the video. She's slowly flipping. Now, do you want her to flip quickly? Right next to the one you just made, next to it? Like real close next to it? Flip it back. Flip it back upside down or right side up. So now this is the video we got. Slowly flip, quickly flip. Quick flip, because it's next to each other. Slow flip, because this is how long it's going to take for it to get to where you want it to go. Okay? Do we understand keynotes? Now, do I want her to slide off the screen? She did this. Now I want her to slowly slide off the screen. So let's put her right there. Let's put her right there. And let's put her right there. Or you could just drag it in one go. You don't have to do all these little ones, but, you know, it just depends how quick you want it, how slow you want it. And I'm gonna show you what I got so far. Are we making this video look good? No, we're not. I'm trying to show y'all what the things do, okay? So since this is the last thing we did, it's gonna stay there. It's not gonna do nothing else until we make it do something else. So the further away, the longer it takes. The closer, the quicker. Once you click that first keynote, I like to do it in the first position. Get that thing over with. Post it. And if there's any ones like you don't like, dang, I wish I would have did this one a little bit higher. That's fine. Go on the keynote you already made and boom. Just move it however you want it. Now it's going to affect the next ones. It's going to affect the next ones because the position is different. Like if I do this, it's going to change my thing because the first position is not the same as it was. So instead of just flipping upside down, we got a 3/4 flip. I hope that makes sense. Now let's get back to the actual bottle flipping. How did I make that video? I'm about to show you right now. So let's go back to it. The original video. So first thing I started off with was the background and this little table. Honey Spice, what is that table? If you see down here, it's like, let me show. It's like another picture, you see? This is the picture before, and I just stole that counter. I cut out everything else. I cropped it. I just needed that counterpart for my thing, because we needed something to put the bottles on, right? So I cut that piece out. All I did was I put the picture on it, and then I went to transform, resize, and that's how I cropped it, because that's the only part I needed, right? So yeah, I start off with that background and that table thing. This part for MJ going backwards, this is a moonwalk pose. So that pose on Zepeto already makes it slide like that. I just positioned it so when he's done sliding, he's out of my screen. And then for me running in the back, I recorded myself running the Naruto run in different angles. So I had myself running facing this way. The video goes longer, but I only need it for 1 second. So running that way, I had it positioned like that for a couple seconds. I turned my avatar. Then I had it running straight for a couple seconds. And then I had it turn a little bit more. And then I had a different pose where it's the dance. Now, how did I make it move like that? So my first keynote, it's over here, looking like it's running from that little opening in the picture. It looks like it's running out the hall. I started right there. You see the little box around? It was big. I just made it small and I put it back there. Then about this much into it, I used MJ as a little way to finesse this. So I put myself behind MJ when he's in the middle of the screen, and that's when I'm turning. Just to make it look less awkward, I hid that part. So I'm turning, I'm running, and from the part right here behind MJ to right here, all I did was move. From this part of the video, I moved it right here, and all I did was, it was zoomed out back here. All I did was zoom it in. So we went from that to this. It was probably like back there. All I did was have it from this position. I zoomed it in and I moved it to the side so that it's running down the hall. You see, it's looking like it's coming from back there. It's coming up front. And this is just where I wanted to stop for this video. So for this last part, because I'm about to turn again, right? The video was too long. I had to cut it. This was all originally one clip. I had to cut it right there. And we turned. I cut it at the part, right before where it turns. I would make it longer so y'all could see, but I'm about to ruin this video. Let me undo all that. So yeah, I cut it on the part where I'm turning a little bit. It's a quick jump. You don't really see it because the video goes fast. And then I have her running towards the screen. So all I'm doing is going up a little bit. I'm zooming in. Going up a little bit. I'm zooming in. That's all I'm doing. Let me undo that again. Then comes in the next person. So for Mariah's clip, I had her on the side of the screen. See, first clip, she's over here barely not coming in the screen. I move up a little bit. She's in frame right there. I have the next thingy. I'm just zooming her in some more. Next little bit, I'm moving her around to stay keeping up next to me. Make the move smoother. The bottles. The bottles are just pictures of a Coke and a Fanta. How did you make it do that? So I put the picture, first frame, it's small right here. As soon as Mariah's coming in, I put it in her hands. It's not as smooth when you look at it all slow motion, but when it's going fast, you can barely tell, okay? She's coming in, holding the bottle, and I guess she kind of throws it, and it lands on the table. She comes in, she starts doing her dances. You can see all my little keynotes I used. This is them sliding through. Over here is when it starts getting knocked over. And then I'm sliding that thing off the screen, get out the screen. And then my dance move, her hand goes up. So I'm like, let me use that. It's time for the Fanta to come in. So I'm going to pretend I grabbed it off something. I dropped it in the frame. It's on the table. And I don't want this sitting on the table the whole time. So I'm like, let me get rid of the whole soda, get rid of the whole table. How am I going to do that? Mariah's hands kind of move around, so I just pretend she's grabbing that bottle. She brings it down. She brings it back up. She's taking it away. It don't look that good in slow motion. If you really want to put the effort in, look how many keynotes I used. These are all the ones I used, like trying to make it, match up with her hands. So her hand went down, the bottle went down. The hand came back up, the bottle came back up. Her hand's going to the left, the bottle's going to the left with it. That's how I did it. Now, for the table disappearing, all I had was Winnie popping down from, like she was under the table waiting. She pops down, she jumps super high in the air. Look at the keynotes. So she's down here, move it up a little bit. She's popping up, she's popping up, she's popping up. This is the peak. Then she's going back down. She's going back down, going back down. She's slamming that table down. She's bouncing back up, because she bent her knees. Like, think about the physics. She bent her knees down, then she's coming back up. And then she's sliding off my screen because I don't need her anymore. The same time she's sliding off, the new person is sliding in. I'm going to let them have their little moment, have their little dancey dance. When it's time for them to leave, it's time for the next person to come on in. So here they come. When I had two people, I think it's easier if you have them separate. It's just easier to move them. It's easier to space them. It's easier to fit them on the screen together. So this was a dance. I can't remember. It's either them doing the same dance or it was a two-person pose and I had them invisible and then I did the other one doing the other part of the pose with the other one invisible, if that makes sense. But yeah, just have them come in together. Coming together. Take them off the screen. She's going past my screen. She's coming in. She's coming out. When they're coming out, the next person's coming right in. If you want them to go quickly, boom. You have them come slowly. And then the last two people, dance, 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 video over. And boom, just like that, you just learned the fundamentals of how to edit like Hayyy Spice. Now, I'm going to show you a couple examples of how I just use that same technique in my other regular edits. So for this one, for example, the Jersey Shore edit. So I'm starting off dancing. I'm looking crazy, and it's time for me to start running, okay? So same thing. I recorded myself with the back facing the camera of me just running. So the clip is me running in place. I took it with the keynotes. I started off right here. I zoomed it in. I made it little. I put it right there. And then with the keynote, I slid it up a little bit, made a keynote, slid it up, made a keynote right here. I brought it back over here. It looked kind of choppy right here, but when you play the video, you can't really tell. You don't see that part. But yeah, so then on the next background, it's the same background. I moved the background over to the other half of the background. I put my avatar there where she left off at, and then I have her dart down the thing. So I have her run a little bit, and then I just go all the way to the end of this frame. I made her small, so she just runs smoother. I'm going to show y'all this part.
Where is she?
Zooms down. And then, you know, she's still running. Same thing. I have the same run. I'm drunk. Well, Snooki is drunk. My character is drunk, so I got her looking a little crazy. But I just recorded her running in place, and I'm using the keyframes, keynotes, whatever key things they're called, whatever they're called. I'm using those to move my girl around. Same with this part on the beach. I got her in the back. I'm using keynotes to move her forward and make it look like she's in there. Like she's there. She's moving naturally with me.
Nicole!
On my safari video. This one. So you see I'm using it. We're running in place. I'm making it look like we're running into the camera. I'm making it look like we're jumping in the water. We're jumping out. These are all using keynotes, keyframes, key whatevers. Same for these. I'm having the keynotes go up and down, making the picture, the video jump around. This was a video of somebody getting chased by a giraffe in a car. There was 2 empty seats. This video was perfect. I put me in fear sitting on the seats, and every time my avatar would slide off the seat, I would use a keynote to place it back on the seat to make it look like she's sitting there. Now I have it jolting a little bit because we're driving kind of fast. And then it turns over to a whole different seat. My avatar stays in place. If this was a real video, it would be like that. My avatar is coming off frame. Fear's avatar is coming in. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna improve y'all's editing. It's gonna bring your editing to the next level. Okay, we're not using no more templates. We're done with templates. We are gonna do our edits ourselves and make them perfect the same exact way we want them to come out. We're not depending on nobody's template no more. Now, I know a little thing or two. I'm going to teach y'all a little thing or two. And when I learn something else, I'm going to teach y'all that as well, okay? Because this is just a recent thing I've started doing. But yeah, I hope that helped. I hope that was easy to follow. I try to go slow. The video is long, okay? I try to go slowly for y'all. I try to explain as much as I could. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, comment. I will answer your questions. I want to see what y'all do with the things I just taught you, okay? I want y'all to recreate my Pepsi or Fanta challenge video on Zepeto. Use hashtag Pepsi or Fanta so I can see it. If you use my technique in any video you do and you want me to see how you did, just put hashtag Honey Spice. I look through that hashtag and I look at all the videos under there. So if you want to show me something, hashtag Honey Spice. Because if you tag Honey Spice probably not going to see it. Honey Spice has too many tags, okay? But yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.